I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Scott Faris. He is CEO at Infleqtion. Scott, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me.
Oh no, thanks so much for having me. This has always been one of my dreams to see this, so I'm having a great time.
Well, great to have you here.
Yeah.
But before we get started, just a quick note to viewers, this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, so Scott, Infleqtion recently announced a 110 million Series B funding. Congratulations on
Thank you.
that, very
Yeah.
exciting. So tell me, how are you planning on using the funds?
So Infleqtion is, by the name, we've hit an important point, we think, in the quantum industry where technology is moving from a research phase and now really starting to find its way into real practical applications. And so really the focus of our Series B is to start to develop our first generation of products and start to lay the foundation to get them into real scaled applications.
Right, so talk to me more about the products.
Sure.
And are they going to be commercially available?
Yeah, so what we build are a variety of devices. At the heart of everything we do, we build what we call quantum cores. I like to tell people our business is very simple. We shoot lasers at atoms. So it's real simple. But by doing that, we can build a variety of different types of applications. Things like quantum, what I call quantum-enabled machines, and things like quantum state machine. A computer would be a quantum state machine, for example, where we can generate data and process data in a quantum state. A quantum-enabled machine, for example, could be an atomic clock, where we can tell time more precisely, we can tell it more accurately. And really the interesting thing and exciting thing about quantum is anything that you do in quantum devices don't get twice as good, they don't get 5 times as good. Things start moving exponentially, so they get 100 times better or 1,000 times better. So the devices that we're starting to launch in the marketplace over the next year are in the timekeeping space and what we call precision time protocols. We think that traditional and existing time protocols have kind of reached their limit, and we need a new generation of clock technology that tells time more accurately and more reliably.
Okay. All right, so now quantum computing is poised to create value of 450 to 850 billion in the next 15 to 30 years. How is Infleqtion driving this upcoming wave of innovation?
So it's a great question. So Infleqtion, again, the company's been around for about 15 years. We've been around so long, we've had to invent a lot of the parts to even build the systems. These are parts that we use to build our own products, but we also provide and sell parts to the rest of the ecosystem. So we sell into research institutions, we sell to our competitors, and so not only are we enabling our own products to be built, we're enabling a lot of other companies to build products. We also recently did a software acquisition where we're doing the same thing. The software technologies that we're developing, we're using for our own systems, but our software company called Supertech also allows us to work with a lot of the other quantum computing companies to help their systems grow and scale.
Okay, so Scott, tell me, what's for the future? What's going to happen in the future in the industry?
The future of the industry. So quantum is a big thing. There's a lot of hype around quantum, particularly around quantum computing. All tech industries kind of go through phases. There's a lot of debate right now. Are we in a quantum fall or a quantum winter? The reality is quantum's expensive to do. It is deep, deep tech. It doesn't happen overnight, and so it will take sustained investment from government, sustained investment from the private sector. And so we're starting to see a transition now where companies are becoming more serious about moving from this research phase to how we get product in the market. The computers, I think, are going to take a little bit longer, but work that we're pushing forward on in clocks and quantum RF, for example, we can use atoms as radio receivers. You'll start to see those products come into the marketplace in the next couple of years. So you'll see quantum start to influence your life, but you may not know it's quantum.
Wow. All right, well, Scott, wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me today on Floor Talk.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.